Hello guys, in this video we will learn the basics of subject-verb agreement, and we will learn and understand what is subject and verb in the sentence and how to identify subject and verb in the sentence. Then we will understand what is subject and so we will discuss about these questions, then we can know the subject-verb agreement step by step. So what is subject and verb in the sentence? How to identify subject and verb in the sentence? What exactly is subject verb agreement? Basic rules surrounding it. Subject means person, place, thing or idea that is doing or something. Verb means action performed by the subject or state of being. Example, Jay plays cricket regularly. Jay is subject and place is the verb. So we will discuss about subject verb agreement now. Subject verb agreement means for making a sentence grammatically correct, a verb must agree with its subject in number. That is called subject verb agreement. So for singular subject, singular verb will be used, and for plural subject, the plural verb will be used. So we have already learned about the basic topics of subject verb agreement. Now we will learn about the 6 major points of subject verb agreement, the important points. So in the first rule, it is said that if the subject is singular, then the verb will also be singular, and if the plural is singular, then the verb will also be plural. So, but there is also a point that if there is two subjects in a sentence where preposition is used, then before the preposition, which the subject is used, that subject according to that subject, the verb will be used. For example, the color of his eyes are blue. It is the incorrect one. Two subjects. So the color is also a subject, and his eyes is also a subject. But the preposition is here. So we have already learned that before the preposition, which the subject will be used. According to that subject, the verb will be used. So the color is a subject, is a singular. So that's why the is used. We have already learned that. If the subject is singular, then the verb will be also singular, and if the subject is plural, then the verb will be also plural. So there is two singular, but Jamal and Kamal. So there is two persons, so it will be plural. So has is a singular, and he is also singular. That is, it is the incorrect one, and the correct one is Jamal and Kamal. So in here there are two people, so it will be plural. So have is a plural word, and there is a plural. So for Jamal and Kamal, have gone to the native village. Have is used, and there is also used. In the rule, there is also an exceptional part. So you can see that the headmaster and the secretary are present, but it is the incorrect one because the headmaster and the secretary mean the same person. So that is the singular verb is used. But when the subject mean the different person, that time the verb will be plural. So in the rule 3, we can see that there is written with, together with, as well as along with, in addition to accompanied by. So if you can say with, together with in these words in a sentence, you can confirmly write that there will be a singular subject in the sentence. That there is written if in a sentence the if in a sentence the person, the first, second, third person is written rearrangedly, like I, you and Habib. So I is a first person, you is a second person, and Habib is a third person. But as a rule, we need to write the second person first, then the third person, then the first person. So you is a second person, Habib is a third person, I is a first person. So that is why you, Habib and I are present is the correct. In the rule 5, we can see that there is written if in a sentence the if in a sentence the person, the first and third person is written rearrangedly, like I, you and Habib. So I is a first person, you is a second person, Habib is a third person. But as a rule, we need to write the second person first, then the third person, then the first person. So you is the second person, Habib is the third person, I is the first person. So that is why you, Habib and I are present. Is important one. So if you can see the first person, then the pronoun will be used like the first person. But if you can second and third person, then the pronoun will be used as the second person. For example, that is the example of first person pronoun. My mother and I did our best. That is why the first person's pronoun will be used our. But in the second sentence, the example is based on the second and third person. So that is why because in the sentence there is second and third person. So that is why the second person's pronoun is used.